Hi there, and welcome to part 4 of the Battle of Courtrai using the Man of Iron system. We're still struggling on this flank here, nothing much happening up there still. So we have seen the French almost breaking through, we have seen the Flemish committing their reserves, able to somehow got the line together again. Then we saw a second French attack, almost again breaking the lines, but the Flemish were just able to repair their lines once again. And now again they have intact lines here, even though John of Rennes' party here is not in shield wall yet, which I think I will try to exploit once again with the French. It's a French activation, by the way, and while these guys are not yet in shield wall, and we have one mounted men-at-arms there, I think we just try to do a charge with those guys and see if we can once again punch a hole. It would be also nice to maybe actually get some guys back here, but my problem with that is, I mean, we have, okay, those guys are unhorsed, but we have two units here with their horses left. So that would be really nice to get those back into play and charge here, but that's not gonna be easy. I mean, meanwhile we do that, I fear the Flemish will go back into the shield wall, and by that making charges not doable. So I will actually then, instead of activating the banner of King of France here, I will activate Comte Du once again. We have two units, we have this unhorsed knight here as well, but it has so poor stats in combat, so I will not use it right now at least. And I can't get it in a good position. I mean, if I want to move it closer to the enemy lines, I need to go into the ditches, which I'm not too keen on doing. So I will actually activate these guys, and I will do no movement and go to a shock phase right away, and I want to charge the pikemen here attached with John of Rennes. So as usually we need to roll for that charge reluctancy, and well, 0 to 4 we managed to do the charge, and this is perhaps the best chance we have. After this, I'm not sure if we can punch a hole anymore there, because they will go into shield wall, I'm sure of that. But we managed to charge. Really good. So we move here, and cool thing is we have not moved, so we get a +2 modifier for that, and we get one more modifier because of the Comte Du being attached. So we have a +3 here actually coming, but the unit here has a -1, so we have a net of +2, but that's good enough, especially when we are rolling on the charge table. So at least I'm having good hopes of disordering that unit at least, and maybe we can follow up with some infantry attack there then. Let's see. Let's roll for the combat. +2. And we rolled pretty bad, but we got it to a 4, which is enough to get the defender disordered. I think that was the most important thing to do here. Try to disorder those guys. And now we need to check if John of Rennes is being a casualty here. No, he's fine. So that ends that activation. So then we have the continuation coming. And I think we need to activate counter Abermall here. Those guys. Do we want to seize the initiative here? Maybe. We have a big problem here now with these guys being disordered. So do we want to hinder those guys from activating? But it's a pretty big chance they miss anyway. And then perhaps we could bad thing is, since I need to draw these guys out of line here, I cannot go to shield wall. So I just need to shift my troops downwards and moving these guys back while they will get rid of the disordered state later on. But in the meantime, the cavalry can attack me. Well, I think I try to seize the... Yeah, I tried to seize the initiative here, and we managed to do that. So we can't go into the shield wall, so we just back up here and we shift this line a bit towards here, I think. Yeah, we need to bring that guy too. So now we just have to hope we don't get another unit disorder there, because then we don't have any more guys that can shift down here anymore. So that was that. So let's try to continue with Guy of Namur. It's a 4 for success. We missed that, so it's the French again then. And we cannot charge with this unit this time because we need to bring it back if we activate those guys. Oh my. What to do? I'm so tempted to activate these guys and get rid of those retired guys there. But then we give the Flemish enough time to go into that dreaded shield wall. I could activate the infantry. And do some fire here first and then try to attack it with the infantry. We could attack... No, it's not possible. We need to attack each and every enemy on our front, so it's difficult to just pick one and attack. Because you need to attack all the guys in your front, right? So it's just difficult. Oh my, oh my. I feel I don't have that much options here, you know, so... But anyway, let's activate Count Overmall's troops, and I will try to... Well... Let's move the crossbows 1, 2, 3 and 4. They have 5 in movement, and do a fire against that unit. So not a shield wall this time. So we still have 0 in the range modifier, so it's a plain roll here. So 5 or more, it's actually disordered. It's a good chance to manage to get that. Yeah, we managed to do that. And this is a problem for the Flemish, as I said, because they cannot throw in, you know, fresh guys there. They don't have those reserves anymore. This is good. This could be, and the good thing is a disordered unit cannot go into shield wall, so they always have a soft spot here in the line if they want to go into shield walls. So question is, should we also attack that guy now from over this river here? We could go there, but then we need to attack both these guys, but maybe that's worth it. Problem is I cannot really retreat if I do that. That's bad. It could be eliminated with these guys. But let's say I stay here. I don't have any modifier on that guy, but I will get the river Lys modifier of -2. So, oops. Let's put him there, and then, but I can roll on the disordered table. So to get him retired, I need to roll a 7. That's actually possible. So let's try to punch a hole there. We attack from across the river. It's -2. We rolled a 6. That's a 4. So unfortunately, that's a no result. So nope, nothing there. Okay, that was the infantry, and we can put these guys back to normal state now because we did not move with those guys, and they are not adjacent to an enemy, so they can reform there. And now I want to continue with Count Du, and John of Rennes don't want to see that, so he tried to seize this, but he didn't manage to do that. So it's the French again. This could open up for some interesting stuff. Yeah, this could be cool, because now we can actually activate Count Albermole's band again here, and I will do that because I want to get this fire in. So I will attack, fire away, and now we gonna roll on the disordered column. So we have a good chance to get a good thing happening here. We rolled a 6. That sounds good. Yeah, we actually managed to retire those guys. So they back here. They're retired. All right. This means we can now move, and now suddenly we have a hole again in the Flemish lines. This happens all the time, and then they somehow manage to close it anyway. But let's see, how much does it cost to go over that river then? It's 2. So it would be 3 here and 4, and I can change facing how I want because I'm not in a zone of control. So I will attack those guys in the rear. Why not? And I will also march over here. That would be 3. And is that enough? I think it is. These guys no, they just stay put there then. You cannot do that much. So let's go to the shock phase. Okay, so here we have an attack from, well, first of all, -1 for the unit, +1 for having more force in here, so it's a 0. But then we have the two, the combination of two angles here. It's front and rear, and that guy and we don't get the shield wall modifiers because those are out of shield wall, so it's actually a +4 to the roll, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so we get it to a 6, and that's a defender disordered. Pretty good. And now we want to continue with Count Du, of course, but John of Finesse tries once again to seize the action here, and they did that, so it's John of Finesse. And now what on earth are they going to do now? Well, I must get these guys out of the way. 1, 2, 3. I need to... Oh my, this is getting difficult. I think I need to attack those guys. Man, we are in a bad position here now. I don't want to move with these guys because I want to get them out of disordered. So I will actually back up now. I need to form a new line here. So those guys goes there, and these guys goes here. So this is what's gonna happen. We attack from 2 angles with the -1 for that, but we get the +4 for attacking from 2 angles, giving a +3 net. And we rolled a 1, so that's a 4. No, I don't think that's enough. No, it's a no result. This was really bad for the Flemish. Only good thing is that now they haven't moved with these guys, so they can come out from their disordered state. Those guys did move, so they cannot reform. But we are in a bad position here now. So, who's gonna go next? I think I need to get some help from William of Jülich here. We need to go out from the shield wall and do something. Maybe French want to seize the initiative here. We could do another charge. We could even charge that guy. And then we could get these guys out, or reform them eventually and then get them out. Yeah, I'll try to seize the initiative with Count Du. I need to 4. I got that. So it's these guys. So we're gonna move up these guys now. 1 and 3. What about Count Du? Who should we charge? I mean, we could even start killing off the retired units there, and that would, I'm sure, cause some panic. But we're easy targets then for being attacked on our rear. So maybe I should only attack those guys in the flank. And if we're lucky and roll high, we could continue attack there. Yeah, let's do that. So okay, no movement except that guy, but let's go to the shock. So we go here. We need to roll. There was a pike, so we need to roll on the charge reluctancy test, but we managed to charge again. And we didn't move, so we have +2. We have +1 for comp do. We have +2 for attacking the flank, so it's 5. But they have -1 there, so it's 4. +4 and the charge table. I'm pretty sure we're gonna perhaps even kill that unit now. So we rolled, that's a 2, it's a 6. Here we go, charge table. Well, defender disordered and retreat 1 hex. They can retreat, but they are disordered. And these guys need to follow in there. I think I keep my facing like that. Too bad I didn't get the continuation there. That could have been really nice, but this is good enough. And well, it's the continuation. Oh man, I think it's Count Dobmal who will try, but of course John of Rennes will try to seize the action here. But he was not able to do that, so it's the French again. Okay. Interesting. Need to think a minute about what to do here now. Okay, I'm a bit tempted to do several things here. First of all, we have a free activation now, so we could activate the French banner here and get loads of guys back from retired state. Very, very tempting, because then we can start moving them up there. On the other hand, should we give the Flemish that moment to breathe and maybe try to... I mean, they could get up some line here again. I doubt they can do it very easily, because they really don't have the force to do that anymore, to create a continuous line against us, especially when they have so many disordered now. But I'm tempted to continue and to press on here as well, because we could attack those disordered units. We could even attack some retired guys there, and I'm sure that will give some good modifiers. Let's see. Okay, it's a +2 to attack a retired unit. So I think they should be pointing here. So we could really kill off some units back there and force up the flight level a bit. Many tempting options here. We cannot charge this time because we have the horse adjacent to them, but we could use it for a shock. We could easily get around their flank as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could even get down here and attack there and hope for a continuation and attack John of Rennes in the rear. Maybe that's not possible, by the way, in normal shock combat to get continuation. No, only if... Yeah, it could be on the disordered column, actually. You could get the continue attack, but not on the normal state. Okay, so... Very, very tempted to do that. I mean, that would mean a collapse of the Flemish forces, if we could manage that. We could also do it by activating our pikes and crossbows. Yeah, maybe we should do that. So I will activate Count Obermoll's command anyway. So we move 1, 2, and 3. We move 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can get those guys disordered. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will fire here from 1 hex range. I think that could be really deadly. Yeah, we got a +2 modifier for wooden crossbows, as you can see. So let's fire away. That's a 6 adjusted to an 8. I'm sure those are disordered by that. Yes. I don't know. I think it was something like that, or maybe so. Okay, and then we have another pike unit. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So, onwards to the shock phase then. And let's start here. Those guys cannot retreat. So we have 2 guys attacking. So we have 2 different directions here. That's a +4, and we will roll on the disordered column. Okay, a bad roll. We got to a 4. That's a no result. So these guys actually held their position. Impressive. And then we have these guys. They do have 2 guys in their front, so they need to attack both of them. But it's a flank attack both times and a 0 modifier for the units, so we get the +2 for each. And let's start with those guys. It's +2. That's a 6 modified to an 8. Defender disorder and retreat 1 hex. That. Okay, I can. No, sorry. I don't need to check it on the disordered column, of course. What did I say? I got an 8, right? Okay, so it's defender eliminated and continue attack. Let's see. First, take these guys away, and we get 2 flight points for that. For the Flemish, and then we need to do the second attack first. And we roll badly there, so it's a 0 adjusted to a 2, I think. So that's a no result. But we need to go here and do a continuation attack, but we don't have any guys in our front now, because when I do this, I'm pretty sure I cannot change facing. So there will be no follow-up attack there. That was not too good. Bad luck. Bad luck, those guys held their line there. So now I want to continue, but John of Rennes tries to seize. He wasn't able to do that, so it's the French again. Well, guess we just try again. Let's see if we can eliminate those guys now. Like that. I will now 1, 2, 3, 4 go here. I will be very bold and go just 1 hex away and attack those guys with a shot on front. It's an 8 plus 2 for the modifier of range, giving me a disordered result. So John of Rennes pike unit is disordered again, and as you can see, this will This doesn't look too good for the Flemish. Let's see with the fate of John of Rennes. He's fine for now. Then we had the shock attacks. And now we'll try from here first. So I could, I believe, get these guys into the attack as well. Yeah, I think so. I think they both attacked us because he has both of these in front. But you know, we have so much plus. We have 1 for numerical superiority, +1, and then we had the 2 angle attack, it's +4. So I have +5 on the disordered column. So that's an 11, eliminated, and continue attack. So those guys go away. We get 2 more flight points. One of these would need to go in. I think it's the one with the most efficient combat rating. So these guys will go and they will continue. So I will put a shock marker on him. These guys could also do a continuation, I think, but they cannot move. Then we have this unit that will attack that unit and John of Rennes in the rear now. Both guys are disrupted. Sorry, the what it's called? The disordered. Let's start here because those guys, well, it doesn't really matter. None of these can. This guy can actually retreat. But let's start with John of Rennes. So it's a rear attack at +3 and 0 modifier from the unit. So that's a 7. Defender retired. So I guess those go there. And that gives us 1 more flight point. And we need to check what happens with John of Rennes. Oh, this doesn't look good. So now we roll a 9, we deduct 5, that's a 4. I think that means he's a casualty, and I'm not surprised if he's a casualty because he has been in so much hot air now for a while, so he should fall. It's in the end here somewhere. Yeah, 3 or higher he's a casualty, and we got a 4. A modified 4. So I think he's removed, and what happens then? There is a yeah, he's eliminated. He has been killed. Okay. So next activation we put the replacement leader in play. So John of Rennes will count for victory, so he's 2 points up here. And next time we activate that, we will get this guy into play instead. Put it here. And okay, so those guys will advance. No, we're gonna roll for the other guy first. It's a 6 as a rear attack. So it's a +3, so we got a 9, and he's eliminated. 2 points again. Yeah, now at 21. And he needs to go to one of these hexes, and I would think he needs to go there because it was there where I got the continue attack. But as you can see, we don't have any more units in front of us, so we can just remove those markers and we're done. Okay. So we want to continue. Yeah. And I don't know. Here's a guy. We have some here. Should we try to... Yeah, I will try to get initiative with William of Jülich here. He didn't manage. The Flemish are... It's not going too well for them now. So it's the French again. Well... I think I'll just activate the infantry again, because now I will kill off these guys. I mean, these are sitting ducks now and they can't really do anything, so... We will get loads of points for those, or not loads, but I could get 4 more, I guess. Weird situation. Anyway, let's march. We go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. And we still have these guys, and they will just march behind William of Jülich, so he don't have to face the front of the shield wall, and he fires away, and he will... I'm quite sure he will disorder those guys, because I have +2 now. Yeah, no problem. So these guys are now disordered, and we even need to check William of Jülich fate. It's fine. He survived that fire. And then we have the shock combat, and we can start with this guy. We have 2 units attacking it from not actually 2 different angles, I believe. It's flank. Yeah, no, there's no flank here actually. That's interesting. But we got the flank attack, so we have a +2 and we have a +1 for numerical superiority. So yeah, but actually, since this guy is attacking 2 units, I think in this case they have numerical superiority. So I wonder how this plays out. I mean, for this guy we would have +1, right? Because we have 2 units attacking. But that guy would get -1 because he's attacking 2 units. Oh, kind of weird. Maybe they zero each other out then. Let's play like that. But I had the flank attack still, so it's +2. That's a 6. And the 6 is defender retired, and I think 2 retireds needs elimination. So we put that guy away, and that's 1 more flight point, I guess, because we already got 1 for him being retired. And then we have the other attack here. And on this guy, I'm sure he didn't have this guy hasn't the numerical superiority. I mean, this guy attacking lonely on these guys have been attacking too, so that's a -1, I would say that. But it's a rear attack, which give me +3, so it's a +2, and then another +1 for the unit, so it's a +3 again. That's a 6, and I think that's enough. Yeah, he's retired, meaning eliminated. So we have 23 flight points here now. And he can advance. Then we have these guys attacking 2 units. So numerical, I will actually point him downwards. I think they want to do that. And the thing is, we might even get the banner by this. Okay, let's start with that unit first. We have a flank attack. That's +2, but we got -1 for the numerical superiority of the Flemish. So it's a +1. But we rolled good enough. So that's a continued attack. These are eliminated. Another flight point. And then the second one, here we are attacking the front. So no, that's actually just a -1. No, I forgot that I also should get +2 for the defender is retired. Okay, there's so many modifiers here now. So let's take it again. +2 for the retirement stuff there, and then -1 for numerical superiority for the Flemish, so it's +1. That was a bad roll. It's a 2, actually meaning no result. So I will go here because I have the continued attack, but I cannot reach that guy because he's not anymore in my front. So they still hold this banner here. Well, I mean, this is over. I could stop playing right here, right now, but I mean, we're soon gonna begin to roll for the Flemish retreats here. Or more or less, maybe I should end it here. Maybe I should leave the field. Well, I mean, what can we do as the Flemish? Of course, we can, if we can activate William of Jillich, we can launch some counterattacks, but we are doomed. We are pretty much doomed. We have guys. Okay, this is Guy of Namur's troops, but we have 5 pike units here. One is unfortunately sorted already, so only 4 efficient ones we could do the counterattacks with. Okay, let's play and see what happens. So, what's next then? I think I'll will we also have this guy here. So let's try with Comte Du, but the Flemish want to try to get in between there with William of Jillich. And this time they managed to do that. So he will immediately order his guys out of the shield wall, because now we need to begin to move. We have some quite good quality troops here, but it's too late. So, but we will try to do some harm here now, and we have a chance to do that. Too bad these guys are disordered, so I need to get those out of the way. And I think I will... it doesn't matter. Okay, so we are not in any sort of controls. That's good. So we can retreat with him. 1, 2, 3. Let's face him like that. And now for some counterattacks. I want to get rid of that crossbow unit there. So I will go 1, 2, 3. I can attack a horse from behind. I go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can attack the unhorsed knights from flank. And 1, 2, 3. I'll attack. Maybe I shouldn't go into the front of the. The crossbow might fire reaction fire here now. I think it's okay to fire in the flank, so let's do that. He will now fire, but crossbows can only reaction fire once. So he will fire at the guys attacking his flank. And that's a +2 modifier, so it's a 5. And that's just enough to disorder those guys. So the Flemish are disordered here when they advance against these guys, but there are more coming, so this could be bad anyway. So let's see. That was the movement. Now for shock attacks. Let's start here with the unhorsed guy. Now that's let me see. Flank attack +2. And let's see what we have on the matrix. Pikes against unhorsed men-at-arms, +1 more. So it's a +3. Well, it's a 9. Defender disordered and retreat 1 hex. So those guys got disordered and retreat, and we follow. They had the second attack against those guys in the rear. The rear will give me +3. But -2 for the knights and another -1, I guess, for pikes attacking mounted. Yeah, so it's a 0 actually modifier here. Well, we try anyway. That's a 5, and that's a no result. So these guys. By the way, maybe they could have retreated before combat. Well, it's too late now. It's bad, we could have used our goody dogs and maybe unhorsed those guys. But we didn't manage to do that. Now's the question, should we attack with both these pikemen against those or only one on the front? I think we should, even we are disordered, we should do that because we will get more positive modifiers by that. So we have +1 for that guy. We have +2 for being numerical superiority. We have pikes against crossbow. Another +1. So 1, 2, 3, and we are attacking from the flank. That's +5 actually. I think we will disorder those guys. It's a 9. Defender disordered and retreat 1 hex. They need to retreat away from the attackers, so they have to go there and be disordered. And we also need to check what happens with Count Dobermal. And he's fine. Okay. I also think we need to follow up. Like that. Okay. A good counterattack there. Okay, so I guess the Flemish could now try a continuation. And the only guy they could do that with is Guy of Namur. I don't know if we could try that with a leader that hasn't entered yet. That would activate that guy. But I'm not sure if that's possible even to do, but I mean, I cannot really commit these guys to the battle because then we suddenly will have all these guys in our rear and then it's certainly game over. So I think I'm gonna give them the opportunity to do a continuation with a replacement leader that kind of is about to enter play. So that's a 3, and I won't do a seize attempt with the French. Okay, so this was what the French were expecting, that they would miss it because, you know, they needed a 3 for the replacement leader to continue and enter the game. So it's the French now, and we are in a difficult situation here as a French as well. But you know, we have that many gaps now, so I'm in no real hurry here, I guess. So what I'm gonna do actually is to activate the banner in this case. Maybe it sounds weird, but I think if we get these forces into play, we can faster end the game more or less for the French in the French victory. So this means all these guys get away from the retired state, and that brings the French flight points track down 5 because it's 5 units that's no more retired. All these are adjacent to the banner, so it's cool. And I think all these guys need to be disordered though. So that's what's happened. And then I can continue with the French. Now we could try to seize with the Flemish, and William of Jülich will actually try that. He will try to seize the opportunity. No, he missed. We rolled a 6 here. So it's the French again. And this time I will go with Comte Albemarle here. And yeah, we will try to get some more casualties here for the Flemish. So let's see what we can do. I think we can get William of Jülich. It would be really good to get him. So I will send these guys over there. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Like that. So we can get a rear attack here on him. And then we leave one guy fighting these guys in the rear. He moves there. And these guys will move here and attack those guys in the rear. I mean, this is what I think is a little bit weird with this game. I mean, I can pretty much run around everywhere, and if you look at this situation, we have it's like a big column here with troops intermingled with each other. It's French and Flemish, every other hex like. So it's a bit I don't know, just feels weird. Anyway, by the way, I cannot do that actually, because I am out of command with those guys. I see that now. Man, that was bad. So I will therefore instead... Oh, well, yeah, okay, I'll activate the count anyway, but I want to move these guys out now. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now I'm attached to that guy, and next time those guys will be in command. These guys will retreat 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I mean, I am already adjacent, so I can attack those guys, I guess. Anyway, but I cannot really move to any good places here. That was bad. But anyway, let's attack. So we got 0 from the unit. We got +2 for having superiority in numbers. We have a 2 different angle attack. That's giving me 4. So it's a 6 +6, and we are rolling on the disordered table. And we also get 2 because it's he's retired. So we got actually let me see, 2, 6, 8. So that would be an 11, which is elimination and continued attack. So now we got this guy. He's eliminated. We get 2 more flight points, and we also get the banner. And what happens then? I have no clue. Standards, not banners. Here we go. Standards can be captured by the enemy. An enemy combat unit enter hex occupied solely by a standard. If this happens, all retired result. Okay, all retired got eliminated, but he was the lone one left in the retired state there. And that's it. So probably there's nothing more happening, but basically Flemish units can never more be rallied. I didn't get any flight points for that. That's a bit weird, but well, okay, fair enough. That's it. I want to continue with come to do. By the way, these guys, even though they are out of command, they can rally here now. So we have, oh sorry, here we are. 2 pike units here from Comte Obermoll's command is good to go. And now I want to continue with come to do, but William of Jülich tried to intercept that, and he managed to do that. So he can once again do a counterattack here. So let's see here. What can we do? We could attack that guy. Well, now I need to check the retreat before combat unit. Rules. Here, retreat before shock. Mounted units attack only by foot units. They move 1 hex away from an attacking unit. They mount enter enemy soak. Path for charge, occupied hex, but they may changing at will. Mounted men-at-arms become disordered if they do that. So that's a bad thing. So it might be worth to harass those guys. And good thing we can get those guys back from disordered state. So we have efficiently 3 units we can attack with, and I have 3 good targets. I will just do it. So these guys will attack the cavalry. These guys will go 1. No, wait a minute. No, I think, can they reaction fire when they are disordered? There are so many of these small things to remember here. Let's see. Missile fire, reaction fire. Reaction fire. When the enemy unit moves, expands. I guess it's okay even though they are disordered. They can reaction fire anyway, but they got the -1 modifier for doing that. So I think I'll do this instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can attack those guys in the flank. These guys will move up. No, they can just go. Where can they go? Should we attack those in the front? What heck, we can do it. We have a +1 for that disordered marker. And then we can, well, let's go to the rear in case they don't retreat. We don't want them to, we want the, if there is a battle, we want that maximum modifier for attacking in the rear and not flank. So, onwards to shock phase. Let's start here with attacking those hated crossbows there. So it's a flank attack. We have, I believe, +1 in the matrix. Yep, it's a +1. We got +2 for the units, it's +3, and when we get the flank, it's 2 more, so it's +5. So we rolled a 10. And defender eliminated and continued attack. Okay, some French casualties here. Giving me 2 points. These guys will move into the hex. I will mark them with a shock marker, meaning we can do a continuation if needed. Or I don't know what it's called, bonus attack or whatever. But we have this other attack first coming in from the front on that unhorsed guy. And that's, let's see, 1 for the unit. And pike against unhorsed is another +1. So we have a +2 modifier. Yeah. That's a 5. And 5 is enough to retire those guys. Okay, I was hoping I could eliminate those guys, but fair enough. They are retired, and that gives us 1 more French flight point. So these guys, I guess, will not do anything more, since we don't have any target anymore here. Then we have this attack, and I will actually do the retreat. I got disordered by that, that's okay. And these guys will gain ground, but it's okay. So it's the continuation. I will again try to get in this replacement guy. I need to roll a 3 for that. We did not do that, so it's the French again. And this time I will... What do I want to do this time? Oh, by the way, these guys are no more disordered. So we have William of Jülich's command in pretty good shape, even though they're scattered all around the place here. Okay, so here comes another rear attack thingy, I guess. They just take turns attacking each other from, you name it, angles. So we have these guys moving 1, 2, and will attack those guys from there. These guys will attack from there. And these guys 1, 2, 3, 4 will attack from here. And now we can move up some more guys here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I can get in another attack here. And these guys as well. Too bad those horses are in the way. 2, 3, 4. Let's move them there. Banner stays there. And then I guess it's a shock phase. We can start here with a flank attack. Gives me 2, but it's -2 because you have good guys here, or good defenders here, good quality troops. So it's a 0. That's a 3. And that's unfortunately for the French an attacker disordered. Bad luck. We have an attack coming from here. That's flank attack again, but the -1, so we have a +1 there. That was better. It's a 7, and it's a defender disordered. And these are more important. I mean, I don't want these guys to be able to kill off my horses here. By the way, I don't have to roll for the good dogs because we retreated before combat. Next attack here, it's a rear attack this time, and he's got some -1 modifier on the unit, so it's a +2, and that's also disordered and retreat 1 hex. I think he goes here like that, maybe even like that, and then I think we gain ground there. And then we have a last one against William of Jülich. It's -2, but we're in the rear, so we have a +1 modifier. 6 goes to 7, and that's defender disordered. Goodie. And then we need to check for the fate of William of Jülich. 7 minus 4 is 3. What does that mean? Was it above 3? 3 or higher? Okay, so I guess William of Jülich actually became a casualty here. Okay. Now it's getting bad. Meaning it's 2 more flight points. We need to roll on the next activation, or let's see. Continuation phase. If the complete activation was free action, both players make a loss check. Okay, for every free activation we do the loss check. Okay. So that was the French. Now they will try to continue with can't do, and well, guess we're gonna try to seize the initiative with the replacement leader of Jülich. It's a 3. He managed to do that, but this is a free action then, so I need to first of all roll to see if the game ends. And I roll a die, and let me see. I roll a die. Here's victory. And add the flight point total. The sum of those, if they are greater than the flight level, then they flee. So what do I have? I have 28. I need to get to 35. So it can be done already, right? If I roll a 35 is not enough, so I need to roll a 36. So a 9 would get me there, an 8 would get me there. So an 8 or 9 the game ends. No, didn't. So the replacement leader of Willem of Jülich is rushing back. He attaches with that guy, and now we will do some Flemish attacks. Okay, we rush in the rear here and attack those guys, and I just try to get away now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's get the rear against the river there. And these guys will attack someone. Probably that horseman in the rear. I don't know if disordered cavalry can actually retreat before combat. Where is it? Here we go. That are not disordered. Okay, so we cannot do that anymore. So we're done with movement. We're gonna battle. We start here. We got the rear attack plus 3, plus 4 because of the unit. And that's a 6 on the disordered table, and that's a retired result. So those guys go here and are retired. We add one more French flight point, and I think we go in there. We can choose our facing, so we'll face against the approaching pikemen. And here we cannot retreat anymore. We got another rear attack coming in. By the way, I could have changed facing here when I retreat. I think I'll do that. So I would have been here, but then I might have rushed. Where were I? Here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we would move to the rear anyway here. So that's plus 3 for rear attack. -1 is plus 2. And I think the matrix gets me another minus, so it's +1 net. And that was a really bad roll. So we got attack a disordered and retreat 1 hex. Oh boy. Not a good day for the Flemish, and they will roll again for that leader. I don't know if that really matters because we don't get any flight points for the leader. But he's fine anyway, just for the sake of it. And they will continue. It's this guy, Rennes. He didn't manage to get into play, so that's another free activation. We need to roll again for the flight points of Flemish, and they are still in the game. So now we need to do something here to end it quickly, and we have a good chance of doing that now, of course. We just need to get rid of a few more pikemen that are disordered. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Those guys are in command if we activate that, those pikemen. So I will do that. So these guys moves 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys will attack those guys in the front, and these guys will move 1, 2, 3 and attack in the rear there. We have another one here, 1, 2, 3, rear attack coming in. And that's it. So let's start here, rear attack. +3, -2, it's +1. And that's a 1, so it's an attacker disordered retreat 1x. Alright. Then we have an attack up here. It's rear attack +3, -1 for that. It's +2. 5, it's a 7. Defender retired, but those guys cannot more retire, I guess, because we don't have a banner or this thing. So I'll count that as 2 flight points actually. Move in there, we do a front. No, we attack here first because those guys cannot retreat. So it's a flank attack, it's a 0 in the unit modifier. We will get a +2 attack there. That's a 4. That's not enough, no result. And then we got the front attack here. So there's no modifiers basically. But we roll a 9, so this is eliminated and I can continue the attack actually. This is cool. So we eliminate that guy. 2 more flight points, we're seeing the end of it. And these guys will now continue in the rear of those guys. And that gives me +3 -1, it's +2. 2, it's a 4. No result. Okay. So Jillich will now try to seize the opportunity of activation here. He missed. So it's a free activation for the French, but we're gonna roll again for the flight points. 1, 2, 3, 4 is needed. And we roll a 5. So we end up here. And actually here, 37. And the Flemish had enough for this day and will run away. Well. Expected result after seeing what happened here, but not expected result when I looked at the initial deployment of the troops. Now, as I already said a few times during the gameplay, I think this plays out really weird. I cannot really enjoy this because of the running around the flanks thing all the time. So I don't know. I so much want to like this system because it's so cool. I like what I'm seeing. I like the battles they have arrayed in the boxes, but either I play something really wrong here, or this system has some issues, because I can't believe this is how it... I mean, of course, I could play more historically and just rush on head on with the French here and just get bashed and then it's over, right? But I mean, I need to try... This is a game after all, so I want to try to do something where I have a chance to win, and we succeeded here, but it doesn't feel really good when it's all about running around the flanks of each other. No, there's no sort of controls hindering me from doing that. There's no reaction of the enemy hindering me from doing that. So I can just, guys could just whistle and go around the flank and rear of an enemy and attack there, and these guys just stay put and take the attack from the rear. I feel that's just unlikely, but on the other hand, maybe there has... I mean, I'm playing a pretty early version of this game, as you can see, version 1.1. I actually want to check up with the later versions of the rules if there are any differences there, because I can't be the first one who react on this thingy. Anyway, did I enjoy it? Well, yes and no. I mean, it's a cool thing, it's a cool battle and all, but the system is not 100% in my view. So I want to continue with the next battle, eventually Bannockburn, but I will for sure check if there's some improvements in the system in the later the later games. Probably on GMT Games website I can find some living rules, and I hope they have done something with the flanking maneuvers thing. I mean, some kind of reaction that a unit that gets flanked can, you know, at least do one hex point phasing change in reaction or something. I mean, I think that's manageable. If you see a unit go around you at the rear, I think it's not too much to believe that these guys could at least rotate somewhat to meet that threat. But, well. Alright, I will stop ranting here and congratulate the French on a glorious victory. They didn't even have to commit these forces. A bit weird. Robert d'Artois is just sitting there. I was thinking actually of activating it several times and try to go in here, but I want to keep the momentum here where the things happen. So it never came to that actually. So thank you very much for watching, and this was the Battle of Courtrai, and I think I leave this system for now and go back to sound commands and colors next time, and I hope you will back for that. Thanks and see you later. Bye bye.